Women's 100 meters 2021 review. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, let me say thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. Look, with a personal goal of getting to 20,000 subscriptions, we'll get there with your assistance. So please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Also, remember, when you do that, go in and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. And we drop a video once a day, every day here on Peter Lloyd World. If you like our content, hit the like button. The algorithms on YouTube absolutely love that engagement, and people, it's free to hit the like button. So go ahead and hit that like button. And finally, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts as to whether or not Jamaica's Elaine Thompson, Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce, and Shericka Jackson can once again sweep 1, 2, 3 at the women's 100 meter finals at World Championships 2022 in Oregon. When you're ready? Yep, good to go. It was a thing of beauty seeing Jamaica's Elaine Thompson, Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce, and Shericka Jackson finishing in positions 1, 2, and 3 to sweep at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics women's 100 meter finals in a race that is truly legendary, with Elaine Thompson running a phenomenal 10.61, Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce 10.74, and Shericka Jackson a personal best of 10.76. It was a momentous occasion. Recently, the World Athletics Authority put out their stats on the top 5 fastest women in the world in 2021. It should come as no surprise, but Jamaica's 3 sprint giants feature in the top 5. However, in at number 5, the 5th fastest 100 meters run by a woman in 2021 is none other than Marie-José Talou. Gonizi Marie-José Dominique Talou, born the 18th of November 1988, is an Ivorian athlete who specializes in sprinting events. She finished 4th in the 100 meters and 200 meters finals at the 2016 Olympic Games, missing out on a medal in the 100 meters by 1/1000th of a second. That's 0.007, people. She then won silver medals in the 100 meters and 200 meters at the 2017 World Championships, running a national time of 22.08 seconds in the 200 meters. Her 100 meters best is, of course, 10.78, a feat which she accomplished in the heats of the women's 100 meters at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. This time places her at number 5 as the number 5 fastest woman to run the 100 meters in the 2021 women's 100 meter sprint season. To use a popular phrase, Marie-José Talou is somewhat of always the bridesmaid and never the bride, always coming this close to winning a medal in a major Olympic, in an Olympic competition. Here you see her running that phenomenal time of 10.78 to make her the number 5 fastest woman in the 100 meters in the year 2021 as we review the women's 100 meters 2021 season. In at number 4, when pressed to her limit, is the young lady who was a 400 meter specialist, the individual bronze medalist from Doha in 2019, who also won a gold medal in the women's 4x100 meters team, repping for, of course, the amazing Jamaica. Okay, maybe I'm being a little biased, people. Is, of course, the one and only Shericka Jackson. Shericka Jackson landed at number 4 in terms of the 4th fastest 100 meters ran in 2021. This feat she accomplished in the finals of the women's 100 meters. However, I would like to state that she had run previously a phenomenal time of 10.77 at the national trials earlier in Jamaica, and I would like us to take a quick look at this phenomenal race. Please note that this was her second race running as a 100-meter sprinter. And I just wanted to bring your attention to that. Her second race, people, as a 100-meter sprinter, and she ran a phenomenal 10.77, one of the fastest times in the world at that time. And you all might be getting spoiled with all these 10.54s, but that's a crazy time. Here she is, of course, running third in the finals of the women's 100 meters, running that phenomenal time of 10.76 to place her as the third fastest woman in the year for 2021 in the 100 meters. Now, one of the most controversial figures in sprint, this young lady. In at number 3, the number 3 fastest time of 2021 in the 100 meters by a female sprinter, Sha'Carri Richardson, born March 25th, 2000, American track and field sprinter who competes in the 100 meters and the 200 meters. Richardson rose to fame in 2019 as a freshman at the Louisiana State University, running 10.75 seconds to break the 100-meter record at the National Collegiate Athletic Association NCAA Championships. This winning time made her one of the 10 fastest women in the history of the 100-meter sprints. On the 10th of April in 2021, in Miramar, Florida, Sha'Carri Richardson ran a phenomenal time. The third fastest 100 meters ran in 2021, and one of the top 10 fastest times in history when she ran a mind-bending 10.72, which further thrust her in the spotlight and has made her one of the most recognizable, if not most, people have to be careful how I say this, I don't want to say hyped, but let us say someone that many persons hope to see better things coming from. Of course, you all know that she did not live up to this hype in Eugene, Oregon earlier this year at the Prefontaine Classic, but nonetheless, this 10.72, which you're watching now, is a phenomenal run. Phenomenal. Can Sha'Carri Richardson break up that 1-2-3 in Oregon? At number 2, of course, it would have to be the GOAT, the great one, at 34 years of age, defying all known logic. Jamaica's Shelly-Ann Fraser Pryce runs the second fastest time in 2021 and the third fastest 100-meter time in recorded history. On August the 6th, 2021 in Lausanne, Switzerland, the diminutive 4 feet 11 plus inch giant ran this phenomenal time of 10.60, making her the third fastest woman in history and the second fastest woman of 2021. In, of course, at number 1 is the phenom herself, the other GOAT, and I know y'all gonna say Jamaica can't have 2 GOATs, but we do actually have 2 GOATs, is the legendary Elaine Thompson, the 29-year-old phenom who came back to have the greatest season in recorded women's sprints history, and I do not believe that can be questioned. Running a mind-bending time in the world's most hyped 100-meter race, where she was set to take on the American sprint queen herself, Sha'Carri Richardson. Elaine Thompson crushed all opposition, leaving Sha'Carri Richardson in her wake, in her dust. Richardson, of course, ran last. Some people may say she ran 9th in that race in Lausanne. In in Haywood Field, at the Haywood Field Stadium in Oregon in the United States. Of course, you should know by now that Elaine Thompson ran in 2021 this mind-bending time in this race of 10.54. A hair's breadth away from the 33-year-old world record at the time of 10.49 set by Flojo. So, Jamaica recorded 3 of the 5 fastest times in the world in 2021. The real question here is this. We saw Jamaican women sweep in the finals of the Tokyo 2020 100 meters, where we ran 1, 2, 3. Elaine Thompson, of course, in 1. Fraser Pryce in 2. Shericka Jackson in 3. We saw the same thing happen again in Haywood Field at the Prefontaine Classic, where again we ran 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. My question to you is this. Of all the women in the 100 meters, do you think there's any woman who could possibly interrupt this 1, 2, 3 in the finals of the women's 100 meters at the Oregon World Championships later this year in 2022? In my opinion, if I am to be honest, on paper, the only person who should be able to do that is Sha'Carri Richardson. However, since running that phenomenal time in Miramar and that highly wind-assisted semifinals in the United States National Olympic Trials in the women's 100 meters semifinals, where she ran I think it was something like 10.65, but the wind was insane. That wind was carrying her. Sha'Carri Richardson has literally ran slower and slower and slower in every single race. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. She is literally, I've never seen an athlete do this. She has ran slower and slower and slower and slower. Which begs the question as to whether or not she could ever be considered a threat. The fact is, Shericka, Elaine, and Shelley and Fraser Pryce have all been very consistent and have actually all improved their times throughout the year. Like I said, Shericka started the year running a phenomenal 10.77, which she lowered in the finals of the 100 meters at the Olympic Games, Tokyo 2020, running 10.76 to better that 10.77. Elaine Thompson, of course, started the year very slowly in the 10.7s, but managed to run the 3 of the fastest times in recorded history by a woman. Of course, one of the 2 being 10.61 in the finals of the Olympic Games, and of course the phenomenal mind-bending 10.54, which some people call the official world record. I'm not going to get into that conversation. And then, of course, there's Shelley and Fraser Pryce, who started us with a sprite, remarkable world lead time, and then the second fastest time in the world of 10.63, which she improved upon in Lausanne, running a remarkable 10.60. Sha'Carri Richardson has literally people ran slow with every single race. Her last race was 11 point, like she was walking. I don't know what's going on there. I know that many of you love Sha'Carri Richardson, and I never bash young talent. I believe, of course, if she was able to run 10.75 at 19 and then able to run 10.72 at age 21, there's clearly talent there, but something is way off and I can't tell what it is. So on paper, Sha'Carri Richardson is the only person who may be able to break that 1, 2, 3, but given the present stats, that's highly unlikely. As I said, she has literally ran slower and slower and slower and slower in every single race since then. And I can't tell what that's about. I'm confused. So, in my opinion, if our girls remain injury-free, and I've said to you in a previous video, Shericka Jackson is going to get faster, people. Do not take her lightly. She is going to get faster. I also believe this is the year when Brianna Williams, and some of you are crazy enough to talking about Brianna Williams has peaked. I have no idea why you would think this 19-year-old child has peaked. That's preposterous nonsense. I believe that young lady this year will be running some serious times. I can see her running a 10.7 plus this year, or at least a 10.8 plus. I believe she will be able to do this, people, because she is another one who has consistently improved. I believe the surprises in terms of the women's sprints are going to be Shericka Jackson. In both 100 and 200 meters, Shericka just has to get her start together. And I really believe that Brianna Williams is one to seriously watch. That young lady, since age 13, has consistently been way ahead of her peers globally. So in conclusion, for me, no. Well, yes, I think we can sweep if the conditions remain right and if our girls are healthy. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to know what you, of course, think on this. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. Once more, I'm going to say, I wish for all of you, for all of us, an amazing, healthy, prosperous, happy, peaceful 2022. Hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow, people. The goal now is 20,000 subscriptions. We will get there with your assistance. So hit the subscribe button. When you do that, go in and hit the notification bell so you know when the next amazing video drops. And we drop a video once a day, every day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, very, very important, hit the like button. The algorithms on YouTube absolutely love that engagement. And there's no more dislike button. So go ahead and hit the like button, people. It really helps the channel to grow. And also leave a comment. I really want to know your thoughts on this subject. Do you think that I am correct? Do you think we can sweep once again in Oregon as we did at the Olympic trials, if all conditions remain the same, if our girls continue to improve the way they are and if they remain healthy? I know some of you are worried about Shelly and Fraser Pryce's age, but the 2021 season that she just had said to me that we don't have to worry about that yet. Remember, you are kings and queens. Your greatness personified. You will have a wonderful 2022. If you believe in yourself, go out and get it done. Avoid negative people and bless up.